I see. Um, I see a portal of light.
Mm-hmm.
It's a circle, like light. It's like an aurora borealis kind of light. It's orange and reddish and white,
Okay.
and
Beautiful.
it's around me, and it's above me, and it's moving.
It's moving. Very good. And where is it taking you?
I'm just floating. It's like darkness and light, just
Mm-hmm.
like clouds. It's like a aurora, and it's just everywhere in the darkness.
Mm-hmm. Does it feel like
Oh,
you
it
have a
feels
body?
it feels like the sun energy.
It feels
I
like
feel
what?
like it's like the sun, like like when the sun gives off waves of energy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it feels like.
Okay. Are you feeling a change in
Uh,
temperature?
oh, I feel cool,
Okay. Very good.
but it was waves. It felt like it waves of energy. First it was reddish, and then it turned kind of like it turned phoenixy, like reddish yellow, and just spreading out. I don't feel like I have a body. I just feel like I'm just a part of the nothingness and the light.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And what feelings do you get in that space?
I feel like it's home. It's just home. It's just light and energy and darkness. But the light is in waves, so it's just home.
Okay, very good. So as you acclimate yourself at home, you will start getting a sense of what's there. If there are others there with you, or where this place is.
I see tendrils of energy, tendrils of like electricity in the energy wave. It's
Mm-hmm.
tendrils, and it like grape branches, like great branches of energy, just occasionally shooting out in the spiral of the other lights, like space. It's like space. It's like the darkness of space, but light and energies that branch out, like a cauldron of creativity.
Mm-hmm.
kind of like, like where stars are born, nebulas, very nebula like.
Very good. Very good.
I don't see like anybody with me.
Okay. So you don't feel that there are other beings there with you.
Mm, I feel real alone. I feel real connected, but alone in this place, this energy.
Mm-hmm.
But the the energy that branches is going somewhere. It's like destined to go somewhere. So it shoots out, it goes, but I'm here.
Okay. So I want you to follow that energy to see where it goes. Go ahead and follow it. Almost write it like a slide and see where it goes.
Mhm. I'm, I'm just I'm just passing through more energy space.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I'm just energy. I'm just energy. I'm in the energy. I am the energy.
Mm-hmm. And as you are that energy, what is it that you do? What do you do with that energy? What's your job?
It feels like I am a birthplace of like where stars come from, like like energy and planets and just I feel very protective of this space.
Okay.
When the energies go out, I just feel very protective of this birthing place.
Ah, okay. So are you saying that the energy you're shooting out is creating stars?
Yes, this is where like a nebula. It's like where we create them and they go where they're supposed to go. Like, I see like a spiral, like a galaxy.
Mm-hmm. So does that mean you also create galaxies as well?
I don't know. I'm just seeing like a spiral galaxy, like um, I feel Andromeda, or it's something. It's some place somewhere, but it's just a spiral shaped galaxy. But I don't think it's. I don't feel it's the Milky Way. I don't
Okay.
feel it.
So you're seeing a spiral shaped galaxy right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
but still with the edges of the aurora kind of things going on. Still with that, but I'm seeing a galaxy like spiral. It's not like a sombrero. It's like a spiral. It's like a lot of life in there.
Mm-hmm. And what do you know about that life that's in there?
It's a lot of life in there. Like a lot of planets and beings living there.
Mm-hmm.
Lives, just life. And I'm feeling it from the outside. I'm watching. I'm a watcher. I'm watching.
Very good. And what does it feel like you do when you're watching? Like, what is there something you do with that information that you receive when you watch?
I feel that I ensure balance, that I ensure balance in these spaces. Oh, I feel tingly. That I feel I provide and ensure that there is balance
Very good.
of the life forms within the spiral.
Okay.
But I don't feel like I'm a part of it. I feel that I watch and I make the balance, and the information is going somewhere.
It
But
is.
I'm not like a being. I'm just a part of a
Consciousness.
fab. Yes, I'm a part of a
Okay.
a fabric that's connected through those branches that go out, and the branches go out everywhere, not just like the galaxy. I'm looking at the branches go everywhere. It's like interconnected like a brain cell.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And
That's what I see.
as you maintain the balance, how do you know if something is out of balance? How do you know that what you're watching is out of balance?
It's a feeling.
A feeling. Okay. And when you feel something is out of balance, what do you do?
I watch the energy waves. Those colored waves are showing the balance of the galaxy I'm looking at. So it seems that the colors uh, somehow relate to the balance. It seems that more of the golden color is a good showing of a balance. The golden light that waves over it, it's like an aurora of golden and
Mm-hmm.
red light. But when those colors change, that's when I take notice and I go there and I watch more carefully. I'm seeing a lot of galaxies, a lot of spirals and shapes and stars and these waves are everywhere. They go with me. I don't know if I am the wave.
Okay. Well, if
I
you're
don't know.
connected to everything, do you
I
feel
think I am.
yourself moving if you're part of the wave?
Yeah, I move with the wave, so maybe I am the wave. Maybe I'm that golden light, that gold. I I don't I don't feel like I'm a person, or I feel just like I'm the No, I feel like I ride the wave. I'm not the wave. I ride the wave. I'm riding that energy, but I am that energy too,
Okay.
or something similar to
Very good. And when you ride the wave, do you move from one place to another or you just ride?
I ride and I feel like there's dragons here. I feel them.
You feel the dragon.
I feel the dragons here. I miss you. I miss you so much. I miss you so much. Oh, they're here.
Wonderful.
They're here.
That's beautiful. And what are they here to do? Why did they come?
They just came. I was writing them. And then I just felt them all around. And they feel so love. They have so much love. They're just out there in the energies and the darkness and the creation. They're just there, and oh, I just feel so much love right now.
That's
I never
beautiful.
cry. I feel like crying.
That's wonderful. So feel that energy of the dragons being with you and anchor that energy in your body so that you can call upon this energy anytime.
Somebody was speaking to me.
Okay.
I heard.
So what are they saying?
I hear like Ed Gruffer sounded more Gruffer. When I first saw them, I felt like singing. I felt that they were singing, but now someone is not talking. It's not. I don't see lips or anything. It's just talking like in my mind, and it's a gruff voice, but it's loving. I don't know what it's saying.
And you don't want to what?
I don't know what it's trying to say to me.
So you don't understand what they're saying?
No.
Does it feel like this voice is coming from the dragons or it's something else?
It feels like it came from a particular dragon, a particular being. It's in my head. I don't know what it's saying, but I feel warm. My body feels warm.
Okay.
Oh, I can see a little bit. I can see scale.
Okay.
But I don't see a body. Like a ridge of a scale. Maybe that's on the back.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like physical. It's not like flesh. It's energy, but it's a dragon.
Okay. Very good. And these dragons, are they in the space where you were riding the waves?
Yes. because I'm
Okay.
back in the energy stream now, and they're all in it too.
Ah, okay, very
I
good.
I think they ride. They feel like they ride. We ride. We ride. We ride these waves, and we go to balance. That's what we do. We ride and we balance. We go where we're called.
Ah,
We're called by energy, the colors. Oh my God. It's the colors. I see orbs and yeah. We go where the colors change, and that's where we go. We ride the energy, and then we watch and absorb.
so that's how you fix the imbalance is by absorbing.
Feel like we absorb. We eat. It's not like eating, but we take it on and transmute it, and we take it on, and then we help to lighten. I don't know the energies, the density.
Mm-hmm.
We eat it. We eat it, and we transmute it, and we not like you eat it in your mouth. We absorb it through our energy bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, energy like energy bodies, but I want to say we're dragon energy, but I also feel phoenixes. I feel phoenix reds and yellows, and it's like not just. At first, it was just more like a aurora, and but now sometimes it shoots like the branching, like the white energy, the red and the energy like shoots out, and I feel phoenix. So it's
Okay.
phoenix and dragon.
Phoenix and dragons. Very good.
That's home. That's home.
That's home. Very good. I want you to see if you can communicate with the dragons telepathically and ask them what this place is that you're in. Does it have a name?
The more energy waving by. Um, like, I don't know. Some word in my head is irradion, something. Irradion.
Okay.
Irradion. Something that sounds like irradion or radius, something like that. And that's what it is.
Okay.
That's what I said saying, radius.
Okay. And is ask them what dimension this is in.
I'm not getting any like number. I'm getting creative. I'm not getting like but just creation. Creation.
Creation. Okay. So maybe the creation level doesn't have, it's not a dimension.
It's like a rip. Like a rip in that fabric. I don't know where we are, but it's like a rip. It's like a hole where the light, the aurora energy was. Now it's like a rip. It's like it's a gash, like something forced its way into a space I wasn't supposed to come through. The dragons all around that, like like a portal, but it's like a forced portal. It feels like a rip in the fabric of space, and the energies are around that rip, and that's where we are right now. We're at that rip,
Okay.
and it doesn't. They don't feel joyful. I don't feel that love pouring out of them. I feel concerned about this rip.
You feel concerned?
Yeah, they feel concerned. They don't. That first, when I felt them, that love was overwhelming. Now it's like a feeling of concern, not fear, concern about this void in the energy field. And it's like the golden energies around this void, and then that rip, it's like blackness, just no stars, just
black. Okay.
And we feel very concerned about it.
So what do you do? What do you do about this concern?
I feel that I don't know. I feel that I just watch and report. Like I watch, and what I see, what I notice gets like reported. So maybe a transmit, like I'm a transmission energy, and letting the other dragons know about it, and then it's getting reported somewhere.
Okay,
We
so
report it to source.
Okay.
But we're reporting this anomaly, this rip, this fracture, this it's not organic, it's not supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever the radius, it's not supposed to be here. So that's why we're here, and it's now it's like neon colored energy. We're like sending out neon colored energy, trying to bind this tear. No, it's like a stopgap. It's like we're holding the line. We're holding the space.
Mm-hmm.
Holding the space.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think to prevent it from expanding.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, so it won't grow bigger. Guardians, we're guardians, we're guardians.
Okay, so that was my next question: is what do the dragons do different than what you do? Do they have a different job to do when this happens?
And it feels like there's like, um, um, I do, uh, we're like a collective, but I do this, and there's the one energy that was speaking to me that like relegates where who goes where, that relegates. That I guess we would say is the captain, the leader. Ancient tells us. Ancient. His name is Ancient. Ancient.
Mm-hmm.
Ancient. And Ancient directs us where our energies need to be. And it's just all swirling. It's like portals. Portals to galaxies. Portals. Like we guard the portal.
Ah, okay.
Guard. Some guard. Some watch. I watch. Some guard. I watch the portals and the energies, the differences, but some guard. They are guardians.
Ah, okay. Very good.
But in that gap, that hole in space, that tear, it's not good. It's not positive. It
So,
was it's an intrusion.
mm-hmm. So I
I think
want. So what happens next? What do you do with that tear?
I think that rip is where it was an intrusion. And that's why we watch the galaxies and see, because that whatever busted through affected everything. It affected the different galaxies, the different swirls, the formation, and changed the colors. And we're trying to get the colors back and where they're supposed to be balanced. But whatever came through was so, I'm getting malevolent and not like us, not like us, not like us, not like us, not like us. What came through was not like us, whatever that is,
Okay.
and affected like a virus. Like the way the white energies branch out, this something branched out from this intrusion, from this rip.
Okay. And
So
so what happens next? What do you do about it?
we eat, we go to, and we absorb, we eat to balance. So that's what that's what I do. I watch, and when I see imbalances, then I absorb and report to report what I find.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a collective. Is and they're everywhere. They're everywhere. They're everywhere in every galaxy, every dimension. They're just we are everywhere. We're everywhere. But it's not like seems like it's a lot. It seems like it is. feels like it's a battle. It's just a constant battle. It doesn't feel like victories. It feels like constant balancing energy.
Okay.
It's not, it doesn't feel like it's all positive or all negative. It's just a balance of the, but it's an organic balance. So what feels like intruded was an inorganic that came into the organic, and we defend and protect and balance the organic light and the organic dark.
Okay.
That's why the light was swirling in the darkness. They balance each other. They are a part of all, and they belong together. So this other thing doesn't belong, and it's eating. It's eating through. It's eating through galaxies. It's eating through. It's like a virus. So that's what I feel. What we do.
Okay.
Right. This moment.
Very good. So I want you to go ahead and close that scene and see yourself in another important event in that lifetime that we're seeing as energy. See yourself in another important event as that energy. Be there now.
I feel that I'm on a planet. I'm on something that has red and turquoise and white, like the earth. The ground is like striations. But if I feel like I'm on a solid,
On a solid planet.
yeah, I feel like I'm on a solid type of planet, and I see the colors of the ground is like striations of colors, and
Do you have a body there?
I feel feathered.
Feathered. Okay. So
Feathered.
you have a physical body.
I feel like I'm like birth, like like you would see like a parakeet, but like big, feathered.
Okay.
I don't know if I have like arms or feet.
So acclimate yourself to that body in that planet. Acclimate yourself to that body. And imagine there's a spiritual mirror in front of you. And what do you see in that mirror?
Multicolored feathers, like silky, like feathers, like feathery hair. Just very colorful. And I see, oh God, it was kind of like a feathered fairy, like a fairy, like a feathered fairy
Tell me more.
with feathers, and it's very colorful. like, not really like legs. Like, I don't know, they're really thin. No toes or anything.
No, no
But I have,
legs. Do you have legs?
I wouldn't call them legs. They stick out. They stick out. It's two. It's like, yeah, it's kind of like two separate legs, but they don't really like act like legs. It's just they. I'm airborne, so
Mm.
they kind of like just dangle. Now I have lots of colors. I don't know if those are wings, but I'm airborne in this place.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very colorful, very beautiful. And I feel bird-like though, but I look like a fairy, but with feathery hair, feathery hair all over the torso.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have a face, but it's more like the face of a bird.
Do you have a
Very,
beak?
yeah, I do have a beak.
Okay.
It,
But you have the feeling of a fairy.
yeah, it's like an amalgamated being, like kind of bird-like, but fairy-like at the same time. But I'm big. I'm not like fairy small. Big.
Mm. Okay.
And I'm just hanging out. I'm just floating above. I'm like got an aerial view. I'm looking down at the land and I see striations, kind of like Grand Canyon like surface.
Okay.
And I'm just up in the atmosphere looking down. I don't feel like I'm flapping anything, but how can I be up here without something? But I'm up there.
Mm.
I don't really
Okay.
feel. I don't feel like I have a purpose. I just, I'm just happy to be where I am. I'm just happy. I feel happy, and I'm just looking down at where I am, and I love it. I just
What does
love
it
it.
look like? What does the place that you're flying around look like?
I see it's lush and it's tropical in places. I see rain like water. I see like water fall areas and like clear water, not like blue or anything. It's just clear water falling off of like lush places, and ground is the ground has like sienna tones and yellow tones and brown tones in it, but it's like a striation. It's like the Grand Canyon,
Okay.
the land, but the greenery is beautiful. And I'm just up here looking down, and I can feel the wind and smells so good. It smells pure and fresh. And I can hear like other birds or something like sing song noises, like a jungle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very good.
Kind of like a,
Okay. So if you have a home there, I want you to go to where you live in that place. Do you have a place where you live?
It's like a crystal city. It's very beautiful. It's within like the edge of where the lush place is. It's
Mm-hmm.
crystal. That is something. It's see through and like it looks like a giant crystals grew up out of the lush like foresty areas.
Mm-hmm.
Just crystal. And but I see ships. I see vehicles flying around and just everywhere, and
Mm-hmm.
with this like crystal domey kind of thing where there's lights and buildings inside this like crystal dome kind of thing. And I'm flying above it. I'm looking down.
Do you see any
It feels happy.
beings?
There's other beings in there. I see like humanoid people walking around and beings like me, and it's it's very technological, very advanced type of place. I'm gonna fly down and go inside,
Okay, very good.
but I'm not really flying. I'm kind of like just like lowering myself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have feet. I have feet. When I lower down and I'm touching the ground, I have feet, but it's not feet. It's like birdie kind of feet.
Okay.
Like, so I'm walking. I'm not floating anymore. I'm walking into the citadel, and it's like life. Like what's going on? There's crystal spirals and towers and like pathways. It's lush inside too. So the lushness is outside, but it's also inside too. It's kind of like it's like this environment organically grew up through the forest, through the lushness. Like it's a synergy. It's very peaceful and compatible. And the people inside, there's people, uh, colors, all kinds of skin tones.
Mm.
And there's like a coral kind of I don't know, building. It's like made of coral. Looks
Mm.
like abilene kind of like with different shades of colors.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that this is where sounds sounds come out of there that are protective and basically it's kind of like how we get energy. We
Mm.
get energy from that coral building space. It feeds out like sounds, like sound waves, tones, and stuff, and it resonates inside the crystal. And inside the crystal, it feeds us. It energizes us. That's just like our sustenance, like our it's like our sustenance.
Okay.
Uh, it's not like we eat food or like we eat this energy and it comes out. I don't know who regulates it or, or how it's operating, but it's beautiful to look at. And inside this dome, there's rainbows. Uh, like when it hits the crystal, it creates these rainbows. So there's lots of rainbows echoing inside this crystal space. And everyone feels balanced. Everyone feels happy. It feels like it's a joyful environment, but that building also can protect. So I think the sound waves that come out of the coral can pass through. It could either stay inside the crystal or they have some way of letting it pass through. So if negative or violence comes, it can repel it, but it's with sound.
Mm, okay.
Sound wave. But
Yeah.
inside here, it's lovely. It's the air is pure. It smells fresh, very fragrant. Of I don't know. I guess the plant life. Um, it's not like a city like we know with cars and stuff, but there are ships, and the ships are. I see one that looks oblong, not
Mhm.
oval. It looks oblong with a tip, so it's kind of like pointy in the front and oblong, but not like a triangle or anything. And there's like things mounted on it, like for defense, I would think.
Does it have a color?
Like it's white,
Okay.
white, kind of shiny, like that abalone, like the tower, like the building, but like a crystalline abalone
Okay.
like color to the ships. The ships look organic, kind of like flying seashells,
Mm-hmm.
but with the shapes. And they're just up there. I see some within the dome. I see some outside the dome of the spirals, and I feel that to protect, I guess from some type of invasion, that the crystal, the seashell kind of building emits, and then it transmits through the crystal to the ships that are out there, and it empowers them so that they can defend. So that's like a central point in this environment, and it feels like where is the main thing on this spheroid. It's not like it's a big planet. It feels like it's smaller than like regular places. And so that this main installation of people of the citizens is here. It's like it's nothing else on this planet but this
With
space.
that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where people are, where the life is, and out past the crystal city dome is the nature, is the planet in its organic form. It's allowed to be. The we are in the dome and we go out, but we don't like build other structures on the planet. where we stay in this space, because this space, I think they picked it because it's the most harmonious for us to be at. The energies are harmonious, so we are in harmony with our citizenry and the planet. I don't feel that we started on this planet. We came to it, and we developed our our where we live. We
Okay.
developed it.
Right.
We didn't start here. This is where we came. So that we came because kind of like a refugee kind of situation,
Okay.
coming from something bad, and finding a location, and then working with the elements and the energies here in respect and and cooperation.
Okay.
So we provide something for the planet, and the planet provides us with our home.
Very nice.
And yeah, it's really nice. It's I can hear these tones. There's these tones going on. It's not like high pitch. It's tones, like a tuning fork kind of, but gentle, soothing, like
Mm-hmm.
a like rubbing a crystal bowl.
Right.
Tones are going on, and they make you feel good.
Very
So
nice.
yeah, everybody is cool.
All right. So then let's go ahead and close that scene. And now I want you to see yourself crossing through the portal in your heart once again now to meet with your higher self. See yourself now connecting and to your higher self. And I would like to ask if I can ask questions. Do I have permission to ask questions of the higher self now?
Yes.
Thank you. So today you showed Lori the life of an energy being where this energy being worked with dragons, and what they did is they transmuted bad energy. Why did you show her that lifetime, that existence?
She was shown it because she needs to understand balance, balance of energies, subtle energies. She does not have balance, and balance is essential. So we showed her what is needed to have balance, to be in a community with a common goal and working in unison. This this is her balance.
Okay. Very good. And how will this help her in this lifetime as Lori?
She closes herself off to experiences because she doesn't want balance. She wants what she wants. She closed herself from romantic relationships because she doesn't know how to manage balance of partnerships. So she needs to see that partnerships are essential. She likes to be the one that stands alone. There is strength in partnerships.
Okay.
So that's why she was shown the unity of the dragons in the galactic. There's a partnership that works together to get things accomplished.
Okay, very good. You also showed her the life of the feathered fairy. Why did you show her that?
That incarnation was so that she can maintain her joy. She is joy. She is love. She needs to understand joy again. The joy of the colors, the joy of the purity, the joy to see partnerships in the beings. That joy is who she is what she was created to be, is joy. That's her energy.
Very good. Wonderful. So she has some questions for you. The first one was if you have implants. Does she have any implants?
She has implants. Some are required from the council that watch over her. Some have been infringed.
And who
on
has?
somebody.
Okay, and who's put those in?
Infringements from Zeta Reticuli. The Zeta Reticulans, some of variants, inquisitive, genetic testing, infringements. This was not part of her contract. Was not part of her agreement. Those infringements. But we have been working with her to transmute them.
Okay. And the one that she found this morning, was that one of those bad ones? Was it an implant?
It was defiance. It was defiance. It was negative, but it was placed in an area where she could clearly see it. They placed it there for, it's kind of, they placed it there and she removed it.
And what was the reason for that?
It was to install fear, to give her fear, to keep her fearful of what she does not understand. So
okay.
she removed it. She removed it and had no fear.
Right.
Just wanted an understanding.
Okay. So the implants that are bad that are in her body, have they been transmuted or deactivated?
It was one at the base of her neck. It has been bound by sigils, bound by sigils, and will be transmuted. It doesn't harm her. It doesn't
Can
harm her.
can they track her through it though?
It was transmuting information, genetic information, but it not harming her vessel.
Okay, so they're not using it to track her so they can abduct her.
No.
Okay, so how are they able to find her to put that thing in her hand?
All humans have a frequency. All beings have frequency. It's tuning into the frequency to locate. Humanity has understood this. They tune into frequencies. Frequencies from when you come in. You come in with your frequency. It's yours. It can raise if you are aware. But it is known. It is known as your energies incorporate into your vessel. Your frequencies are known. In this realm.
Okay. So her next question is on April of 2006, she experienced missing time and removal of flesh from her body, causing a large seared edge hole in her right breast and a scoop mark on her right middle finger. So who did this and why?
That was sanctioned. That was a sanctioned removal of an infringement. It was an infringement placed in her prior. It was a sanctioned removal. She felt no pain. It was removed.
Why? What were they doing with her biological matter?
It was to prepare her for infringement of hybridization. She's not agreed to that in this incarnation, so it was removed.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So her next question is, she experienced something or someone speaking through her who saved her from being raped. Who or what spoke through her and saved her?
That was Gabrielle. Archangel Gabriel spoke through the vessel. The vessel was going to infringe upon the mission. The vessel had to be redirected in accordance to the highest good. No infringement. Protection. Protected. She's protected.
Okay, very good. Very good. So she consulted a psychic regarding the missing time and the wounds received that we talked about. And this psychic said that the feeling was that the crew that did this type of infringement was her father, had the energy of her father. A tall white man with dark hair was there. Is that?
It was an ancestral, not father, ancestor.
Okay. And
ancestor who removed infringement.
Okay.
Ancestral infringement.
Okay, so when that psychic said that he and his crew did these types of actions on many people, then they're talking about removing infringements on people's bodies.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And the psychic also mentioned that she had gigantic dragons positioned all around her.
These are her protectors.
Okay. So they're positive.
Yes.
Okay.
They love her.
Very
They
good.
watch her incarnations.
So other than the life we saw as energy, have they incarnated with her in any other lifetimes?
Since her creation, they are hers. They were assigned to guide and teach. They teach. She's a teacher. They teach her.
Mm.
So she learns from them and then teaches others.
Okay.
They are
good.
connected.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, her next question is, who or what saved her when she was hit by a car and laid out on the city street and was about to stand up? She said he was dressed like a police officer.
That was her father.
Mm.
That
Okay.
was her father.
When you say her father, from where?
Angelic father. Her angelic father.
Okay.
He watches her. They watch her. They stay with her. She is connected and they watch her as she watches. She is a vessel where information is retrieved from. Her eyes transmit information out.
Okay, to whom?
The source.
Mm.
Her eyes transmit the source. The information that she gleans is sent to source. She feels she has an implant in her eye. It's not an implant. It's who she is.
Mm. So is that where her original, where she incarnated from here? That space right before source, like?
Yes. what you would call etheric, what you would call energy. She is energy of love, love energy. She's love, love, part of the golden light, golden light. And she's must awaken, must awaken now is time.
And when you say you want her to awaken, I want you to tell her exactly what do you mean by that? What does she need to do different as she's awakened?
She must let information that is gleaned through the waves of this planetary space, the waves. She must stop interacting with the waves. It affects her on an energetic scale. It affects her. She must stop interacting with the waves. The energies affect her differently. And then it blocks transmission. She must remain a clear vessel.
Okay, so explain that. What do you mean by block the waves? What waves?
Energies that are transmitted through thought forms directed at her in the energetic field around her. She absorbs these. She absorbs them. And she feels that they are a part of her, something that, a message. They're not a message. It's a negative intrusion. She must learn to utilize her love, shield that energetic wave come in, and it's information, but not information that she requires in her vessel. This is information that is broadcast in this realm. It's in this realm. So what she needs to do is love more, shield more. In this time, in this space, is what she needs to understand, to let fear go. There is no fear. Let fear go and communicate with us more. We love her. We want her to meditate. Find the quiet within and connect.
And when you say with us, who is us? Who is she connecting with?
We are a collective. We are her collective. She's a part of a collective.
Okay.
We are a collective, and we need her as a representative in this time and space for her to gain the lessons that she needs. But she is a part of the collective.
Okay. Okay, very good.
She always feels alone. She likes to feel alone sometimes, but she's not meant to be alone.
Okay. And going back to the idea that she has to shield from these energies, your suggestion was to do it with love. That was the shield.
Yes,
Okay.
that is who she is. She must emit love. Her field affects others. Her field is love. It radiates. That's why when she is in the presence of opposing energy, she feels it deeply.
Mm-hmm.
And she's learning, she is learning to transmute, to alchemize and transmute it. But
Okay.
her mission is to be, to be, to be that light in the darkness, to be like she was when she was energy.
Mm-hmm.
Be energy.
Okay. Very good. So her next question was, who was her mother in the galactic? Why was she abducted from early childhood, and was she involved in the MyLab programs with human corporations and negative ETs?
Her mother is part of the collective. She watches over her now. She feels her energy. They are twin fractals, fractals
Mm-hmm.
of source. So she feels deeply, but she won't show it. Her mother stays in her energetic field as support. She continues to support. Yes, there was infringements through the mother's lifetime, infringements,
Right.
but she was not infringed upon in the way that was wanted, that was desired.
Mm-hmm.
She was protected.
Okay.
Her siblings were protected. They were protected.
Okay. Okay.
But she was allowed to sense and feel when infringements were to be enacted. And she called on us. She calls on us. She calls on us. In her energy field, she calls on us. And we're there. We never leave her side. She is loved.
Very good. So the other question she had about her mother was, when her mother was abducted out of the house on Needham Avenue in the Bronx, did they also abduct Lori and her sisters as well that night?
They were not taken.
Okay.
They were not taken. The mother was taken. She was in agreement. It was part of her life contract.
Okay.
It was part of the mother's life contract
Mm-hmm. To be abducted.
to share genetic information. Yes,
Okay.
there are many. There are many of her in the galactics. There are many of the creations, and they are on other planets, in other dimensions, other realities. The life that was created.
Mm-hmm.
They are not enslaved. They are free beings learning and experiencing
Okay, that's
from the
very
mother.
good. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So was Lori ever used in the hybrid program as well? Does Lori have hybrid children?
There was a desire. There was an attempted infringement, but that is not what we have her here for. So it was not allowed.
Ah, okay.
She feels that it was allowed. It was not allowed.
Okay. And so when her mother had children, these hybrid children, what races were they?
Arcturian hybrids.
Okay.
There are Syrian hybrids. They're collaborations. It's more genetics than just one race. They are needed beings, needed in the galactic, needed. They are needed. They are needed. They are seeded. It was part of her mission.
Okay. And is Lori able to connect with her brothers and sisters that are hybrid?
She does. They are with her auric field. They are connected to her. She feels them. She feels them. But her mind won't accept that it exists.
Ah, okay.
She feels them. They reach out to her. That's why she needs to meditate more. She needs to learn to meditate and get to a 0 point, a space of oneness inside of herself. They will be connected. They will be able to connect there
Okay.
more easily.
Very good. So, what is the importance of her bloodline in regards to ETs and negative MyLab corporations and negative ETs?
It is from the misalignment of the genetic blueprint. They want to gain access, gain power, they want the light that is within these bloodlines. These bloodlines are on the earth. because they emit the golden light. So they want to tap into the beings that can transmit the golden light. They want to tamper. They want to retrieve it. So that's why the humanity of these particular bloodlines are desired. It's easier to manipulate it, to what they will do is to use it for, for, for purposes.
Okay.
Not of the highest good for the recipient.
So was Lori being abducted because of her bloodline or because of her light quotient, her vibration when she was born?
It's her frequency.
Her frequency.
They're attracted to her
Okay.
frequency.
Okay. So it wasn't necessarily connected to the bloodline.
To the bloodline for the mother's line of blood, it's infringement of telekinetic, kinetic types of energies that is what they want to utilize it for. But it's the light quotient. It's the light, the golden light, specifically golden. The golden light.
Okay. So her mother said she did advanced things as a child, including running across the room at the age of 6 months. Is this true? And how can she accomplish that?
It's the way her genetics fall. She is hybrid.
Okay. So she is a hybrid. Okay.
She is a hybrid. Her genetics are more within the human vessel of energy manipulation. So she manipulates energies. She understands and can redirect or absorb the energies utilizing the golden light structure within her DNA.
Okay.
And in this realm, it's desired for negative intrusions.
Very good. And when you say she's a hybrid, what species of hybrid is she?
She is hybrid. She has angelic ancestry and dragon heritage and Palladian. So she's a soul of crystal line formation, a crystalline formation soul. So on this planet, it's easy for infringement if not protected.
Okay. And
12th dimension, 12th dimensional for you.
Okay. So, why do you think Zoe told her she was from Andromeda?
Pleiades. Pleiadians. Pleiades.
Pleiadian? Okay. All right.
Pleiadians.
Okay. Okay. So she
But
was.
she has been in Andromeda
Ah, okay.
for in
O-
your time and space, eon.
Mm, okay. So her next question is, why did she have extreme deja vu as a teenager when she was traveling between worlds, going multidimensional and remembering these things all as all one existence?
It's her structure, her DNA structure. It allows her to move. She can move the timeline. So she can feel that she's experiencing a place and time that she's not physically experienced. She moves. She moves
Mm-hmm.
energetically. So she can flip time streams.
Ah, okay.
And in the human vessel, it can be quite disorienting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can imagine.
But
Okay.
she feels love. She feels the love of the vibration of the place that she's in. It's how she radiates and how it's transmitted. And then the information is sent from her at that point in time.
Mm, okay.
She's a transmitter.
Okay. So that's why the psychic reader called her a person who walks between worlds as a teenager.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She's she's been doing that since incarnation. She moves. She doesn't know that she's moving. She moves. And when the human mind tries to decipher what has happened, she cannot accept that she moves.
Mm, okay.
She blocks it. She blocks it off.
Mm-hmm.
She
Mm-hmm.
blocks it. It's a part of who she is. She must accept it and embrace it. It is who she is.
Okay. Very good. So her next question was, when her daughter was an infant, she had a terrible dream about a Catholic priest that was strangled to death, and she's looking through a peephole. And then an enormous demonic eye appeared in the peephole. It was a reptilian with a huge black slit and a giant yellow color surrounding it. And she felt the malevolence of it. So she wanted to know. Uh, well, then she ran to the room, saw that her baby was gone. So was that a dream or something, like an abduction, or what was this that she saw?
No, she she moved in her astral. She moved to another time and space. And she brought the child with her in the astral. It was an attempted intrusion. They were both traveling. they were traveling together.
When you
And
say
she bought
you
that.
mean her daughter and her were traveling together?
Yes.
Okay.
The child and her were traveling in the spirit. And an intrusion tried to happen in those travels. And she brought that back with her into her thoughts, her reality. They were traveling. They were traveling.
So it actually
they traveled
did
together.
happen.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What were the two opposing energy forces in her house on Needham Avenue, positive on the top and second floor, and extremely large negative in the basement? Who were the shadow beings often seen in that house?
That house lays on a nexus. It's a nexus what allows energies, earth energies flow. She was sensitive and felt the flow of the energies because she is a balancing being. She balances. So she felt the energies of what you would say negative and positive. She felt the energies. She was balancing them. She didn't understand. She didn't know. She felt and balanced. As a child, she did not understand that she was needed there. She was needed there, and that was her purpose there. And she balanced the negative polarity and the positive polarity and kept it in sequence.
Okay. So who was the being that she felt was a good being that would walk around through the house from the second floor to the third floor and through all the bedrooms every night? She felt that was like a good being.
That was Syrian energy. That was a Syrian being energy that watched over the family. It was watching over the family. Syrian energy.
Okay.
Not angelic, Syrian. Attached to the mother. Attached to the mother's energy.
Okay. Very good. So when she lived in the basement apartment, she heard a sound like maracas that overcame her and held her down so that she couldn't move a single muscle in her body and only could shed tears out of her eyes. But as soon as she called upon the name of Jesus in her thoughts, it immediately released her. What happened there?
That was being down. That was a reptilian ship. It was a ship above her location.
Okay.
And it was a psychic attack. Energies were sent to her. It was draining her. It was draining energy, siphoning energy off of her being. And her mind thought to think Jesus. That is a comforting energy for her. It comforts her. It protects her. And she, through her thought, was released from the energy drain.
Okay. So in other words, it wasn't Jesus that helped her release that. It was the fact that calling on his name was soothing to her.
There's a vibration, there's a frequency to the name. There's a vibration.
Mm-hmm.
And that vibration is very soothing and empowering to her.
Okay. Yeah. And I just wanted to understand, because this has happened before to many people. And I wanted to understand if it's that actually Jesus shows up and saves the day, or is it just using his name attached to a frequency, which is what you're saying.
It's the frequency.
It's the frequency of the name. Okay.
It is the frequency. The frequency raises your frequency and enables you. It energized her to be able to repel the infringement of the drain.
Got it. Okay, well, I know that she doesn't sleep flat down, because of this encounter, which is a fear. And we did talk about her releasing fear.
We can help her.
Okay, very good. Very good. She has several other fears. Fear of water. And where's that one coming from?
The water comes from when she had an incarnation as dolphin. And it was not really what she wanted to agree to. She was dolphin, and she felt suffocated in water, not joyous, not happy, suffocated. And that carries with her.
All right, so can we go ahead and remove that now?
Yes.
The other fear she has is fear of butterflies. Where's that coming from?
That comes from battle. That comes from battle when she flies and injured, fighting. It brings her negative connotations. She doesn't like. She fears, and she doesn't need to fear. But that's where the flying, she doesn't like flying even to dream it. She doesn't like to dream of flying. But it comes from battles, wars she was involved in.
Okay.
We can help her to release that.
Okay, great. Great. And then what about the fear of germs? It doesn't help her to ground on the grass. So what is that fear of germs coming from?
She developed that as a child. It's not just an attachment. It's an attachment. An attachment. We can help her with that. We can remove that.
Okay. And when you say it's an attachment, you mean something attached to her, or?
Yes. Something when she was very young, from the incident of drowning, something attached near her heart space. Near her heart space.
Wow. Okay.
We can contain gently.
So you release that.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Okay. She wanted to know if this is her first incarnation on Earth. And if she agreed to
No.
it?
She's had many incarnations
Okay.
on Earth. Her strongest is with the Egyptian incarnation. She's had many incarnations.
Okay. And did she agree to this incarnation?
As a being, she agreed to come to help. To
Okay. Very good.
share her golden light.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So she had a close encounter in Greensboro, which was a ship that she saw, and she could literally almost talk to, like it was sentient, like it would come closer to her if she would tell it to come close. So whose ship was this?
That was Arcturian Council. An Arcturian Council scout ship.
Okay.
She saw what they wanted her to see. She saw the ship morph, move. It was moving interdimensionally, but she saw, and they came.
Okay. And
She
she
thinks
wanted.
she thinks it was humanity. It was not
Mm, let's see. Did it? Why did it come closer to her?
She's energetically connected to the operations of ships, of several ships. She has the telepathy connectivity with the technology.
Okay.
This this is why she could be targeted, sought after by the negative polarized beings here.
Mm-hmm.
But we have protected her from that.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. And then the last question I have is for her sword, Hanaya. Where's this attachment to the sword coming from? What lifetime?
This comes from wars. From wars.
From
Orion
wars.
Gate.
Mm-hmm.
Orion Gate, she was a protector. Her energy.
Mm-hmm.
She directs her energy and connects with the energetic frequency of the sword. She doesn't need the sword. She connects to it and she brings it into her astral travel.
Mm-hmm.
But it's from war.
From war. Okay. Very good. All right. The only thing we need to do now is just do a body scan of our body to see if there's anything we need to heal today before we go.
You feel her, her stomach area, her uterus has been bound energetically. The uterus area, and it's blocking her sacral energies. She must be aligned.
Okay, please do so.
It's aligned.
Wonderful. Okay, if there's nothing else to heal in her body, do you have any final parting messages for her before we go?
She needs to meditate and know that she is loved. Don't have fear and call on us. We are here. We are always here.
Very good. Okay, so we want to thank you for all the information that you have provided her today. I know she's going to really appreciate it. And I also want to thank the other beings and lifetimes that we saw for the information they provided. And I would like to ask everybody to recede to where you belong with much love and thanks. And also, I would like to ask upon Lori's conscious to return now to the body, asking for Lori's consciousness to return now back to the body. And as Lori listens to the recording and goes over the material and puts it into place, it won't bother her in any way, mentally or physically. And now, I would like to remind Lori that today is November 28th, 2021, and she's lying here on her bed, and she just had a very interesting experience. And to remember that the present lifetime is the most important lifetime because it's the one she's focused on at the present time. And so anything that she listens into the recording, it won't bother her in any way, mentally or physically. Now, in a moment, I'm going to count to 10. And on the count of 10, you'll be wide awake, feeling wonderful all over. Just like you had a nice nap, a nice sleep, you will feel truly rested and refreshed. 1, 2, starting to wake up the body. 3, 4, hearing the sounds in the room and the sounds outside of the room. 5, 6, bringing awareness to the physical body, bringing awareness to the now moment. 7, 8, coming up very nicely now, coming up very nicely. 9, 10, wide awake, feeling wonderful all over.